All right, welcome back to another episode of Everyday Kings. I am Coach B. I am joined here with my friend and assistant Telly here.
Hello, hello.
For those that don't know, we started this channel to help 1 million men walk in purpose from 2025 all the way. They're going to carry it all the way over to 2026. Until that point, we'll see what the Lord has for us at that point. But for right now, we are so on fire to help 100 men walk in purpose at the end of this year and in next year. So, like I said, for those that don't know, we take in letters and then we give advice, and so that's what we're going to do. Without further ado, today we've got who we got today, Telly.
Today we have a letter from Jayden. He's 29 and he's from Dallas, Texas.
Let me just stop you there. Remember when the name Jayden was so cool at one point a couple years ago? Remember when
that was a long time ago. That was the hot name.
But I remember Jayden, if you were light skinned or mixed or interracial child, your name was Jayden.
Jayden Smith.
Jayden Smith. I don't know if that's
except he's not mixed, but it was a popular name.
It was a popular name. So Jayden, with your popular name self here.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Dear Coach B and Telly, I finally quit drinking 6 months ago after I hit rock bottom. Side note, congratulations. Yep. That's amazing.
Yay!
I'm proud of myself, but I'll be honest, I feel lonelier now than when I was getting drunk. All my friends still go out every weekend. When I stopped drinking, they stopped calling. They said I got boring. I thought getting sober would make me feel free, but now I just feel isolated. I spend most nights scrolling social media, comparing myself to people who look like they're having fun. I know I did the right thing, but I feel like I lost my identity along with my bad habits. How do I rebuild my life without falling back into old circles or old bottles?
Well, that's a good question. So glad that you wrote in, Jayden, because that is probably one of the most hardest things and most common things for men when they decide to get sober. It's boring. This sucks.
Okay.
And I mean,
putting it out there.
I'm putting it out there. And can I just be honest? It does. It sucks. When you're used to drinking and saying whatever you want, whatever comes to your mind, good or bad, or smoking and laughing at everything that is or is not funny. And then when you're told you got to stop that, it's like you have defined what fun is. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah. You have defined what fun is. It has nothing to do with roller coasters, a Tyler Perry movie, or spending time. It is all about the drink.
And Coach B, how long have you been sober?
I have been sober going on 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you can give him some good advice then.
I surely can. I have been sober for about 4 years now, and I know all about it. It is not fun, but I have
at the first start, right? At the beginning.
At the beginning, it's not fun, but I've actually learned it can be fun when you're with the right people and they're working, or you have a plan, like a therapist, a coach, a counselor. It can be fun when they've given you the right tools and to walk it out. It can be. That's what I do. I mean, whenever I get our men to break the addiction, we make it a thing to make the first 3 days exciting. You know? So that way they can know to reinvent their lives. That's not boring.
Can you say like one tool? If you can think of just one, give Jayden maybe one tool that he could use.
Yeah, absolutely, Jayden. Just like a person who associates the gym with getting better, that's how you have to associate with this drink. No one really likes going to the gym. Okay? Your body is tore up. When is that actually fun? It's not fun. But your mind has associated all this sacrifice and all that for muscles, a good body, fitting in clothes. So it's easier to keep following through. And that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to say, hey, this new life that I'm about to live is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, I'm not going to be making an ass of myself anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one tip that I definitely would say that you need to do. Start associating the good with this new journey. Because right now, words like boring, oh yeah, you looking for boring, you're going to find it.
Yep.
So we got to
That's
change
true.
that language. So let me go through this letter here, line for line here, so I can definitely stop you and give you some best advice that I can. Okay, you go on to say you finally you quit drinking after 6 months after you hit rock bottom. Good for you. Rock bottom looks differently for a lot of people, so you don't even need. I'm glad you didn't tell us what your rock bottom looked like. Okay, because we've seen some rock bottom, and let me tell you, it's at the bottom.
You saved yourself a roast.
You saved yourself a roast. I'm glad you didn't say you started doing all types of weird stuff for the money. Anyway, I'm proud of myself. You should be proud of yourself. You should. That's difficult. But here's the thing: you're feeling lonelier, and then your friends go out. They stop drinking, and then they say you got boring. Okay, let me tell you, friends and drinking. That's a very that's an area of gray, a slippery slope. I truly believe that those are your friends. I truly believe that they have care for you, they love you, and want the best for you. However, y'all build a relationship on kind of a shaky foundation. And when you're built on a shaky foundation, it doesn't take much to just wipe that out. So I just want you to know that those very well could be your friends.
I have a differing opinion.
But Telly has a different opinion.
I just feel like if they were really his friends, his true friends, they would be there with him and wouldn't like leave him out and everything. They could find things for them to do that don't center around drinking.
That's true. I didn't think I read that. Yeah, they in the letter they said, hey, they stopped calling and then they got boring. So that's what I'm saying. They stopped calling.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you make a good point there. Are we really friends when we're stopped calling just to, hey, I think a real good friend supports you in that.
Definitely.
Says, yeah, I'm not there yet, but I can support you. I don't have to drink around
Exactly.
you, or you can still come out and I'll make sure you don't drink. That's a slippery slope too. So you need to be careful.
But they care about your well-being.
Mm-hmm. And, so.
Because there's like so many things that you could do that don't center around drinking.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So many fun things.
Let me tell you what I've learned with drinking. Drinking creates an alternate universe. You live in a whole nother world.
Yes.
Things are not what they seem. Friends are not what they seem. You're just living differently because your body you're being driven for the drink. You can't wait until the day is over so you can have a drink. You can't wait to go to the party or the experience so you can have a drink. You can't wait to chill and relax at TV and watch some TV so you can have a drink. Everything is centered about the drink, and you're like the last person to know. So the reality that you're in is not real. It's centered around alcohol.
So true. And as someone who's married to a former alcoholic, so true. A lot of the craziness that happened, he didn't remember, or he remembered it differently than what it really was. Yeah.
I watched something the other day on a show on Netflix. A lady confronted her spouse or whatever about drinking, and he was blindsided. You could see the look on his face. He had, and I think I shared it with Telly. We talked about it too, but we both saw it, and we could see what would you describe? Just clueless look on his face.
Yep.
All the writings were on the wall that he was drinking too much, but when it was brought to him, he was like, what?
Right. He had no idea.
No clue. So that just shows you the alternate reality that you live in. So you're living in a reality that thinks that drinking is fun and that these may be your real friend. Okay. And so I'm here to tell you that, hey, you're not in that reality anymore. And so now that you're not in that reality now, you now need to create a new reality to live in. Right. And that's where a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people relapse. They don't go on and create the new lifestyle. You've created a lifestyle up until this point of stop drinking, and then you're going to do something different. That's kind of like, hey, you're playing piano for 6 years, and then you say, I'm going to go play the drums or something like that. Like, you don't know how to do that. Like it's like a whole nother. There's a whole nother thing. So you have to stop, forget the old ways, and that's really what the Bible talks about. That's really what it is. You have to renew your mind. And renewing your mind means completely destruction of everything. Everything has to come down and rebuild up new. So that's my point I'm making with this.
Yep.
Everything that you've built up with life with this alcohol, it has to come down. The friends,
because it was an alternate reality.
Bingo.
That you were living in. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a beautiful thing because you're shedding off your old life and to make room for this new life for yourself. And it's going to be a beautiful life. You're going to be able to see things clearly, see things for how they are. You're going to be able to start enjoying things soberly. You probably have family or friends that will see a new you, see a difference, enjoy hanging out with you soberly too. Because like I said, as someone whose husband used to be an alcoholic, it's a beautiful thing being able to hang out with him sober and not have to worry about him acting a fool because of drinking too much or getting into a stupid argument because of drinking too much.
Yep.
And yes, like I said, your family will thank you a million times over.
They will definitely thank you. They definitely will. Notice what Telly did there, and that's what the main thing I'm talking about is associating good things with this new life. You just, how do I rebuild my life without falling back to the old circles of the old bow? What she just did. What she associated all that positive new thinking with her new life. So it's not boring or dreadful. It sounds delightful. It sounds like a door I want to walk through, right? Who wants to walk through a boring, dry, gray door? Nobody. I would not. Just let me go drink some more, if that's the option. If life is going to be boring and look, I'll just go drink. That's just me. That was my thought, and probably still is. But I know differently now that I spend time with my children differently, my wife differently. I have more energy. I operate differently. It's like a whole nother life. Now, so I'm living that now, but that's what you have to realize that'll be you living that. Now, let me use my whiteboard here to show you how you can do that. Okay. When we're rebuilding a life, and for the people that I coach, we refer to something as called, I'll do it real quickly here, the core.
Are they going to be able to see that?
I don't know. Listen to me. You know what? I don't know if y'all can see that. You may not. I think I did.
I would try. Down here. Remember, like half.
Yeah. Lamp. It's core 4. Okay. This is a core 4. It's corny. It rhymes. And we don't care.
It's corny. It rhymes. It works.
But it works. And so and the reason why we call it the core 4 is because we believe it's what is true to you. The 4 areas of your life that are true that make up you. And so for you to not fall into these old circles and old bottles, you're going to have to start leaning into this, what we call the core 4. And I'll break it down really simply, really quick. It is, I don't know if you can see, this is your life. All right. You have your being here. That's who you are. You have your energy here. And you have your love here. And then your impact here. Let me break those down. Being is who you are. That's what you do for self-improvement, praying, meditating, journaling, things that are going to help the battlefield. That's what being is. So if you're trying to create a new life, you need to start focusing on maybe one of these. And being is maybe journaling, praying, your relationship with the Lord. Your second one would be your energy. That's your energy, literally. How do you get your energy? The food we eat and how we train our bodies. As men, I'm a firm believer every man should be training to some degree. Every man should be able to lift a certain amount of weight or jog or run a certain amount of a distance. And the reason why I say it, because it's life or death. And if you're a leader and an everyday king, your energy level needs to at least do the bare minimum if it becomes to saving a life or death. I saw where Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away, but he was able to save his son with his last bit of energy. Can you think of how selfless and amazing that is, that he was able to do that?
Wow.
Okay? And so that's the importance of energy. I want you to think about it like that. Love. Love is how we love on other people, your family members. You can do that by texting or calling someone, because when you're creating this new life, you need new people that are in your circle.
Yes.
That understand what you're going through. So you need to start calling moms, dad, cousin, and letting them know that, hey, this is the new life that I'm living right now, and I need your support. Not the old drinking buddies, or at least not the ones that have said that, hey, that aren't calling you, or that have actually said you're boring. Those are the ones you need to move on from. And then your impact. This is how you serve the world. Okay. So many times we get wrapped up in ourselves that we forget that to be an everyday king, we are to live here with purpose. And to live here with purpose means to serve. How impactful are you being when you serve? And sometimes we make that like so bigger than what it really needs to be. You can just open a door for somebody, and that is serving. Okay, you don't have to make a full course meal and feed it to the homeless. That's great. We've done it.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's a rewarding feeling, but you get the same feeling and feel of fulfillment and reward by holding the door for an elderly lady.
Yep.
You get the same feeling when you tell somebody, hey, I like those shoes.
Oh, yes.
You get the same feeling for just smiling at someone. Okay. My point is, you have to remember, as an everyday king, or even someone who's trying to rebuild a new life, that your life has purpose, and that you need to be impactful and serve people.
And be the light.
And be the light.
So I think, to circle back around, Jayden, I think, was worried about being lonely and feeling isolated.
Gotcha.
So
these are, and that's, let me see where he talks
there's
about.
so many things that he can do, though, because I think Coach B and I agree. You need to drop your friends. They suck. If they're not like reaching out, calling, checking on you, supporting you, this is where healthy boundaries come into play. And I'm a big one on healthy boundaries. And if they're like that, then you got to put that boundary up. It's for your, it's for your own mental health. And I think a great place to start meeting other people would be church, of course. Like, I met some of my greatest friends through church. I don't go to that church anymore, but it doesn't matter because I still am really good friends with them.
The Everyday Kings community at school. You type in Everyday Kings in the search, and you'll find our community there. It's growing. I'm there, so I've
seen there's so many like apps too.
Yeah.
And hangouts, and like I'm even part of some moms groups on Facebook, and a lot of time I see them making posts like, "Hey, any other moms want to get together? This, that, and the third," and like you could do that.
Yep.
There's just so many ways to make friends.
So I want to make sure that you are celebrating that you're staying sober. That's a great thing.
Yes.
For 6 months, that's nothing shy.
Don't go back. You
Please do not.
You will not regret it.
The guilt,
it's worth it.
The guilt and the shame that the devil will hold over your head is not worth that sip. I promise you. Because as soon as you have that sip, you're going to feel like you've started all over. And then the devil is going to say any and everything to make you feel like you've started all over. And you don't want to be in that spot.
Even thinking about your future.
Yep.
Like your significant other, I promise you they'll thank you. Your kids. Yep. If you want kids, you plan on having them, they will thank you. Well, like no one wants, an alcoholic father.
Yeah. But we also need to know too that alcohol is a progressive disease. So it just gets worse and worse and worse. And once you have it, I recommend that you stay away from it.
Yes, definitely.
I believe God can redeem you and maybe allow some self-control and some. I'm sure there's always an exception to the rule, but that's not what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you stay away.
I agree with you on that. I haven't seen a good exception yet.
I have not seen a good exception to the rule. I'm not saying it's not out there, but I'm telling you.
Yes, exactly.
Don't go put your head in the alligator's mouth.
I think one last thing is he brought up feeling comparing on social media.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I didn't read. Yeah, he goes on to say, I thought getting sober would make me feel free, but now I just feel isolated. That's normal. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. But most nights I spend scrolling on social media. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let me tell you, I don't think they're telling people the warnings that for social media. You need to be a strong-minded individual that's secure in yourself, and I would
To
have to
be
say,
able to handle
I'd
social
say
media.
majority of us are not that.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
because I'm not Tony Robbins or the life coach, so
Yep.
I'm always there's something better. You know, I'm not TD Jakes. I'm not, whatever the case. I can just sit here and just find someone that's always doing something better. But I have learned in my life, and the Lord has told me that if they can do it, you can do it too.
Exactly.
So that's my point I'm trying to make. If you don't have that mindset, please don't get on social media. And bro, right now, I'm telling for you right now, who's recreating an identity, social media is last. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's last. Once you get your identity set, and then you want to add some bells and whistles or some motivational speakers and stuff like that, do that. But if you're at a rebuilding stage right now, so to even keep the same account you have is almost ridiculous.
Yeah, I honestly would get off it for now, because even myself, I am on a social media kind of diet, because I notice myself, because you end up spending way too much time on it.
Yep.
You don't feel good afterwards. I'm usually irritable when I do get off it. Like if I'm on my phone scrolling and one of my girls comes up to me, I'm immediately like irritated.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what?
You done messed up my time.
They messed up my scrolling time, and I already been on it for like 2 hours, but it feels like 15 minutes, and like I don't have any peace.
Yeah, those dopamine hits are everywhere.
Yeah, and so then I compare myself.
Yep.
Like I compare myself to like the stupidest things too. Like I started trying to make sourdough bread, and long story short, my sourdough bread did not. Why are you making that face?
Y'all. This sourdough. Anyway.
My sourdough bread did not look like these other women's who have perfect.
No, it did not.
Perfect loaves, beautiful loaves. Mine did not look like that. But it sounds stupid, but that's comparison right there too, right?
Yep.
That's exactly what Satan is trying to do, because his ultimate mission is to steal, kill, and destroy. And that means even your mental health, you know? So it's better to just stay off it. It doesn't bring any value to your life.
Absolutely. So I would definitely. So our recommendations here for you overall here, my friend. Let me just go over it real quick. Jayden, the popular name back in 2010.
I think earlier than that.
You're gonna have
2000.
Yeah, Jayden. There's the main advice that you're gonna have to take here from this. You're gonna have to associate good things with this new life that you're living. Okay, change your language. It's not boring. It's you're learning new things about yourself.
God says you have power in your tongue.
So this is not boring. This is actually unique and very interesting. Really, you're starting to learn who are your friends and who are not. All right. So those are the first thing that you need to do. Secondly, you need to also realize that you need to renew your mind. That old person that you were that was drinking 6 months ago, that's not who the person that you are now. So now you have to tear down all that modeling and construction that was built by the old you in your mind. You got to tear all that down and rebuild up some new. So now you can define what is fun, what is exciting. Okay. And let me tell you, there's a lot of exciting and fun stuff to do out there that doesn't involve alcohol or marijuana. Okay. You just don't know any better, but you will if you start. And then lastly, we want to make the recommendation that to get yourself off of social media. Okay. It's just not a good place for you at this time. But later down the road as you're starting to develop more relationship with people and friends like that, and starting to be a little bit more stronger in who you are, learning more about yourself in the core four, and starting to follow some things in these areas here. Then at that point, where I would say, hey, bring in some accounts for your social media that help water and nurture you to the man that you want to be.
So good, because you can change up your algorithms.
You surely can.
Don't
I didn't know that. When I saw Telly's algorithm, Telly's Instagram, and mine, I was like, what? Mine was like in a dumpster somewhere, like the back of a Kmart dumpster. Like everything's just trash, cheap, get rich quick.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I went on Telly's social media, it's like you can hear the jazz music playing. Like it's just leaves and nice furniture and people telling you how to get closer to the Lord. So let me tell you, it is definitely that algorithm knows what you like. So you need to just delete everything, start from scratch, and one that's going to support. And I promise you, in about another month or two, you'll be happy that you continued to quit. You'll also be happy that with the person that you're becoming, and so will everybody else around you too. And it'll become second nature. It'll be just like how you developed a habit in alcohol. You'll develop a habit in loving people, caring for yourself, finding people that help you. You'll find it, and things won't skip a beat. All right.
I think he's in the stripping season.
Yeah.
Where God's like stripping everything away.
It don't feel good.
That meant to hurt him.
Yeah.
And he's about to be, well, he was in the stripping season, and he's about to get into the rebuilding like you talked about.
Yeah. So I hope you're
listening. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. The stripping season, or in the Christian, we call it the pruning.
It's not easy at all.
Yeah. It's when God is cutting these things that are not of him off of you. And these friends very well could be it. But it looks like you're phasing out of that. But now you need to be ready to rebuild the mind, renew your mind with some positive thinking and great environment on your social media.
And maybe guys in the similar boat as you too.
Yeah.
I've never been to an AA meeting, but I mean, even there, you might find some solid guys.
I say try, and AA meetings are cool. They work for some people. They work for some. I liked it. I thought they were really cool. There are some aspects of it. I was like, I don't think I can keep doing this, but I've seen it work great for a lot of people.
I did mean more as far as like community.
Yeah, for community. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the community part aspect of AA is there. If you are open, there are going to be people there with open arms. Therefore, I've never seen an AA that didn't have the community for you. Secondly, school, Everyday Kings community, my community here that's growing and nurturing. We're hoping to have the same AA type of vibe and feel where we're getting together, connecting. So, hey, go to school.com, look up Everyday Kings, or look in the link below. I'll put in the link there and join the community, man. It's free. There's some education, and then we'll also be putting videos like this on the regular. So I would definitely recommend that. So, but anyway, for anyone else who's not Jayden here, that's just tuning in today, I want to thank you sincerely for just sticking with us to this far.
Yes.
I want you to know that you are an everyday king. God has purpose and a calling on your life. Okay. And the calling on my life is to make sure you understand that clearly. All right. We are on a mission here to help. Well, it was written there. It was written there. 1 million men, and we're not going to stop. And the way we do that is by you subscribing and sharing. So if this was helpful for you, and you know someone who could probably benefit from it, go on and share it to them. Let them say, "Hey, this is funny. It was fun. Check it out." And
I was like, check it what?
Yeah, I don't know what I said there. It's the last recording, so I'm running out of steam probably. But check it out. Tell someone, hey, check them out, man. They seem to be kind of cool. It's free, And then, but definitely, just like everybody else on YouTube, man, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us get this word out. So, all right. So, we're praying for you. We love you, and we are just believing that all of you guys can walk it out and become an everyday king.